Hello there and welcome. This is Vladimir Linares, and I'm going to share a couple of concepts with you really briefly that could change the direction of your life starting today. And I made this video because the new year is coming around, and every time the new year is approaching, I hear people say this coming year will be better. I'll hear things like new year, new me, or glad we got 2016 over with, 2017 is going to be different. How many of you have heard things like that? Maybe you've said something similar to that before. Well, let me ask you something. I want you to really consider this question as it can shift your perception dramatically. If you put in more of the same, what do you usually get back? More of the same. I heard a wise man say once, if you do what you've always done, you'll get what you've always gotten. Now that has to be one of the most profound statements ever uttered. Think about it. If you do what you've always done, you'll get what you've always gotten. It's important to contemplate the meaning of that statement in regards to the coming year, because by following that form of reasoning, the end of 2017 will be coming around and you may hear the exact same thing. 2017 was just practice, but 2018, and you likely will not have seen any dramatic improvement. Bob Proctor always says change is inevitable, but growth is a choice. Well, I think it is our purpose in this lifetime to grow. In fact, it is my belief that we all share that common purpose in this lifetime. Now let me ask you this question. Do you sometimes think that if you tried just a little bit harder, that you could do a whole lot better? Do you sometimes think that if you tried just a little bit harder, you could do a whole lot better? Well, that sounds logical. However, I'd like to share a very short story with you about trying hard. Now, this is my library. Many of you who know me personally know that I like to read a lot of personal development, a lot of the area of the mind. So it's a true story written by Price Pritchett in his book, U Squared. I'm sitting in a quiet room at the Millcroft Inn, a peaceful little place hidden back among the pine trees, but just about an hour of Toronto. It's just past noon, late July, and I'm listening to the desperate sounds of a life or death struggle going on a few feet away. There's a small fly burning out the last of its short life's energies in a futile attempt to fly through the glass of the window pane. The winding wings tell a poignant story of the fly's strategy: try harder. But it's not working. The frenzied effort offers no hope for survival. Ironically, the struggle is part of the trap. It is impossible for the fly to try hard enough to succeed at breaking through the glass. Nevertheless, this little insect has staked its life on reaching its goal through raw effort and determination. This fly is doomed. It will die there on the windowsill. Across the room, 10 steps away, the door is wide open. 10 seconds of flying time and this small creature could reach the outside world it seeks, with only a fraction of the effort now being wasted. It could be free of the self-imposed trap. The breakthrough possibility is there. It would be so easy. Why doesn't the fly try another approach, something dramatically different? How did it get so locked in on the idea that this particular route and determined effort offer the most promise for success? What logic is there in continuing until death to seek a breakthrough with more of the same? No doubt this approach makes sense to the fly. Regrettably, it's an idea that will kill. Trying harder isn't necessarily the solution to achieving more. It may not offer any real promise for getting what you want out of life. Sometimes, in fact, it's a big part of the problem. If you stake your hopes for a breakthrough on trying harder than ever, you may kill your chances for success. Now, really think about this. Can you relate to this story? How many times have you tried harder just to find that you're getting more and more burned out with each push? That the strenuous effort and struggle is actually part of the problem? Well, the reason I share this with you is for this coming year, I will be launching a new company that focuses on changing results in any area of your life and changing them for good. What we're focused on is showing you why you're getting the results you're currently getting, and more importantly, how to change them. Have you ever wondered why we do the things we do, and why many of us don't do some of the things we'd really like to? I asked myself those questions many times. I've contemplated them, meditated upon them, and I made up my mind that I would study in order to find the answers. That's where our company specializes in. We're operating on the premise that anything you can visualize, you can attain. As one of my mentors says, if you can hold it in your head, you can hold it in your hand. And I know many of you have heard about the law of attraction. Many people talk about it. Maybe you've heard of someone mention it briefly. I'd like you to keep this in mind when thinking about the concept of the law of attraction. You do not understand something until you can explain it to someone else so that they understand it. I want you to keep that in mind, and the reason I share that statement with you is because there are many people who talk about the law of attraction, yet they don't fully understand it. Many of them just advertise their ignorance when they talk about it. Now, I've been studying this subject religiously for quite a long time now, and I promise you, the law of attraction is a real law. Like the law of gravity, it's always operating whether you're aware of it or not. Now, think about this. I don't think you're watching this video by accident. No, you attracted this video. You hear people say everything happens for a reason. Well, guess what? That's absolutely right. For every effect, there is a cause, and it all starts in your marvelous mind. And listen, I know there are many people out there who are always complaining, worrying, criticizing. You know who I'm talking about. The skeptics, the cynics, the pessimists, the complainers. You know who they are. They're the people who always talk about why something can't be done. Well, that is sheer nonsense, is what that is. Make up your mind right now that you will not participate or give energy to conversations that talk about why something cannot be done. There's an old Chinese proverb that says, the person who says something is impossible should not interrupt the person doing it. The truth is, what the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. You can do anything you truly desire. Whenever you see the professionals, maybe the athletes, the actors, the stars, they are no better than you. A wonderful affirmation is, I am not better than anyone, and no one is better than me. We were all truly born rich in potential. We all have equal potential, and it really is limitless. I think Einstein had it right when he said everybody's a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing it's stupid. Now, if you knew the power that you have locked up within you, you'd walk around with a smile on your face all day long. If you enjoyed watching this video, I want to ask you to share it with people who you know will love it as well. Build rapport, be real, spread something positive and useful instead of a lot of the other junk you see that flies around social media. If you want to change your results and change them for good, send me a direct message and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. This is Vladimir Linares. I enjoyed sharing this message with you. Thank you for watching.